the North Cat, baby, I'm a boss. Carolina barbecue sauce with the slaw. I'm the safe, the cellar, and the vault. I'm the best, the effect, and the cause. I'm the law.
Exactly right. You win 2 games in a row. It's going to be top heavy. Match 3 for day 1 of the PGC Grand Finals starting right now. It will be the final game of Erangel today. And will Genji continue their domination, looking for now 3 chicken dinners in a row as we get our plane path just north of Primorsk.
A very southern plane path from west to east here, kind of the opposite of the plane path we just saw. Very rough plane path so far here on Erangel. So anybody wanting to loot up north, they're going to have to drop down pretty early, find some vehicles, make their way up there. Looks like Genji, that might be what they were thinking.
And we'll see, of course, now coming into this game, a lot of eyes on teams that need to turn it around. I think we've already got an establishment of the teams that are doing well. But the teams that need to turn around, Lazarus, TSM, GEX, how are these going to play here? Because the thing is, if you have another poor performance, Poro, all of a sudden 3 out of 12 games and you're still sitting around 0 to 2 points, it's looking extremely unlikely that you'll be towards the tippity top going into tomorrow. That will have 4 alive at least going into this circle. Good start for GEX.
Oh, there we go.
Actually, Lost HD is going to take the shot, some of the rotating phase. They had the information from Cherry Poppins earlier. Mexi has stopped, though, at the tree. The nade from Lost HD. Mexi wants to throw one back. He's going to push forward as he throws a nade. Mexi's in trouble, and he gets knocked down. Rumblers find the knock onto Mexi. Waldo's not going to be helped out. Uber gets him from behind and gets the trade in the end for FaZe. They'll finish him off. Waldo, though, for Rumblers, finds Buzz Space.
FaZe trying to come up with a jump out, boys, to save their fallen teammate, but Rumblers not giving up the ghost so easily. 2 down for FaZe so far. They're going to try to get the res on Mexi in the smoke.
Cherry Poppins making his way over. You can see Rumblers in the minimap surrounding FaZe. This is not good. Nade thrown in to try and finish off Buzzface, and he will certainly be finished off. Mexi's been revived by 80. Uber just a bit to the southwest. He's a bit further back. He's the man that needs to find a knock onto one of these members of Rumblers, who are quite separated, as you can see on the minimap. One to the north, one out to the east, one down to south. Uber's knocked down by Cherry Poppin. That's not good. He's by himself. Mexi and 80 are about to be collapsed upon. FaZe might go in last place here for match 3.
They are surrounded on all points right now. That's why Cherry Poppins holding that position on the cliffside was huge. 80's going to go down to the grenade. It's all down to just Mexi hiding in the smoke. Waldo's going to find him. Will that be enough to kill him off? No, he stays alive for just a little bit longer. And no, that's going to be it. Rumblers picks up 4 kills and FaZe out in 16th place.
This is what happens when it's not Sunday for FaZe. It's not looking good for them for the PGC Finals. Out now with 5 points after 3 games. Of course, we saw their heroics in the semifinals in that final game. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. But
right on top of it.
Oh my goodness.
4 a.m.
It's a battle to the top of the mountain, and it's quite literal. GYY will be eliminated by Sophia. That's exactly what GEX need, all the points that they can muster up right now. Bestalotch and Na'Vi getting involved against BC. I mentioned before, they're going to have to fight their way to the top of the mountain. They've started to fight early, the Blues right on their back, but they've got 35 seconds until it's going to start to move. Profi finds Maluk. It's North America versus North America right now. Zampa was knocked down first, as Profi just wants to move back a little bit here. Tempo Storm are going to bring the reinforcements, probably from a better position compared to the rest of Genesis.
Yeah, Profi kind of out on the island here a little bit. He doesn't want to overcommit to try to get this flush, but Nerf, you can see running in the background. He's going to find Maluk, and what a spray.
What a flank.
Clean, as you like.
From Nerf, and Tempo Storm have just been completely lit up. They're down to 1 player remaining, and Sharky went down. It's only Sharp Shot that remains standing. And at the very top of Stalber, Entis Ace are pushed on to T1. Adder's been knocked down, but Hallam going for the revive. 4 AM are going to bring all their members over now. They only had Wayless and Forever before. Now the other 2 making their way over. And Esther and Pio hearing the shots want to make their way over as well. A doozy knocked down by Rabo of W Click. The kill feed has lit up dramatically over the last 30 seconds to a minute. As we've gone into phase 4, it's no surprise.
Yeah, like we said, everybody's on top of each other. You don't get the shot until it's right in front of you. And there's Wayless gonna get the down on the Joy, but he's not gonna be able to finish out the flush because Genji has now come over the top.
They've arrived, but not all of them. Loki holding further back. The nade's gonna misfire from Wayless's position. CGG and Wayless will be able to regroup with the other 2 members of 4 AM as we're going to see Tempo Storm eliminated in 15th position, mostly at the hands of Genesis, and Ace fall as well. Luke 12 finds a double onto Profi and H-Win.
Lazarus.
but it's been North America carnage right now. They're just fighting each other around Stelba.
They just keep running into each other. Now we cut to Nobby, who's trying to make their way in. Still, they've got W-Click right on their heels. 2 down already. Pokemon and a doozy, they're the only ones left. Nice grenade to finish the flush on Sills. And as Nobby tries to regroup, coming over the top, I believe that's just Ragnar left. No, Harold.
Too.
Yeah, Harold's still alive as well, trying to get some kind of a flank here.
Harold needs to find the flank as Ragnar lands a shot to Pokemon 1 HP. Ragnar was the one knocked down by Bestalog. That's what they required. Indigo with the knockdown of the Pokemon. This might be the end of Na'Vi. Oh, what a spray from Harold. But that's going to be the end of W-Click out in 12th position.
But Entis Force is right over the top of this. They have Na'Vi dead to rights, essentially. So Na'Vi has to turn from one fight and go right into the other. And meanwhile, Waldo is sneaking up the backside.
He's going for a stroll. He's about to stroll right into the path of Na'Vi or potentially Entis Force. He's spotted and he's immediately flushed by Doya of Entis Force, who continue the Korean hype train for PGC finals as Pokemon can only die to the blue. Aduzi and Bestalot's making the best of what they can do here, and it's not very good. There goes Genesis as well to Luke 12, and the Australian is lighting them up right now down south.
Lazarus sitting on still 4 up and a boatload of kills. You got to assume Nobby is going to get taken out by Domu there. VC Gaming going to pick up another kill, or for their first kill rather. Everybody's pinched, essentially, except for Genji and TSM. Now GEX has turned it around. They're going to go right into Genji. They're going to trade out immediately. Pio's going to go down. Taman, the last one up, GEX.
3 down for Genji in the blink of an eye. GEX have done well, but Lazarus smell blood in the water. They're going to try and push on to GEX NG. They might be the ones to capitalize the most. Luke 12 is fragging right now. He might find himself an AK. Taman from behind the rock gets shy away very low. He can see Loki, and the other members at that rock can potentially give information. Oh, he watched the nade of death, and it doesn't be his death. It's the shot from shy away. GEX have just wiped out Genji. No 3 wins in a row for them. 4 kills for Luke 12 of 7. Lazarus, do they continue their push onto GEX? Now that fight's over, they might prefer position instead.
Oh man, I feel like they've got to continue this push, right? They have to keep pushing. They left Alo behind to make sure that TSM didn't wrap on them.
Smart.
And he is so far serving a good purpose here, as Lazarus hasn't found the correct angle really to really get into GEX here, but GEX is going to have to move. They've got the blue right on their backs.
Over towards the northeast, this is Entis Force and VC. TSM keeping an eye on this fight. They're not pushing over towards Lazarus. Lazarus with a 3-1 split, as you mentioned. Alo stayed behind at their previous location. Purdy Curdy with a nade onto Sophia. This is where Lazarus are at their best. They have just wiped out GEX. And the North American team's up to 10 kills, but leading the way is the Australian with 5.
You had to throw that extra part in there, didn't you? 4 a.m. now, turning their attention towards VC. Domu is going to get knocked, and now Helen has gone down as well. SKT in trouble here as they might be going out.
Forever. Seeing if you can find something as it just starts to resemble a massacre at the top of Stelba. The nade down to the hill towards DJ Boy. He wants to get out of there. Ada going for the heal, but it's getting pushed on by Wayless. 4 angry men. The Molotov, it doesn't confirm Ada, but Wayless is going to spot him trying to climb out. And 4am have got 3 kills, and they should be able to find this revive as well, I believe.
Yeah, they have to make sure they still pay attention though, because they do have VC and Entis Force off to their northeast.
TSM watching, and TSM are
rapping
pushing.
on this. TSM wrapping on this. They had left Michael behind to do the same thing to Lazarus that Lazarus did to them. Gustav going to take a few shots. Nothing going to find its home. Yep, he's going to get the down on Doya. Songjang going to try to run across the street. He's got the smokes though.
Domu's knocked down as well. DJ Boyd, last one alive for VC. 4am here in the shots, they spot him. That's going to be a quick wipe onto VC. 4 teams remain. But as this is happening, Lazarus is getting so much of the circle because everyone's pushing up to the northeast. 4am spot TSM, who have got a 2-2 split right now, but Michael's been left really far behind, and he got spotted by Purdy Curdy. There goes Songjang, Entis Force out in 4th. 3 teams remain. It's 4am, TSM, and Lazarus.
TSM has been playing this really, really well. They still have 4 up, but they just don't have a lot of kills because nothing's really been funneled down to them. This could all change, though, as 4am has to make their way out of Stalbert.
Iro spots Purdy Curdy behind the tree, but Wayless has got that high ground. He gets Iro with a couple of tags, forces him
on forever. Meanwhile, Lazarus has taken this time to send 2 above the road
Iroh
and
goes
2
down
below.
surely to Alo here. There's nothing he can do. One tag a second, but he can't find the third. The first aid kit did its job. Gets to that next tree, which was inside the previous circle. No longer, though. That circle again now for phase 8 shifts onto Lazarus. It's their game to win from here, you'd think, but Alo's been knocked down. Michael potentially allowing TSM now to maybe push over and fight with Lazarus. Alo is down. Uncivil going for the revive.
TSM is pushing this, though. They've got Gustav and Rory. They're sending them right on top. They're going to get the second down onto Uncivil. This is exactly what they were waiting for. They wanted to get that down so they could push on it. Purdy and Luke now, the last 2 remaining members up for Lazarus.
Has this game fallen away from the grasps of Lazarus? 4 AM up north have recovered. They've got 4 up. TSM find the double kills onto Lazarus. They now move south. And now Purdy and Luke 12 are about to be the unfortunate meat in the sandwich of TSM and 4 AM. They are in some serious trouble.
Such an unfortunate circle for Lazarus there, as things didn't go their way. Luke is actually going to get down by Forever here, and now it's just down to Purdy, and he is in the dead center, trying to stay alive here as 4 AM is swarming across the top of this hillside, and TSM has the low ground.
Luke 12 eliminated, as you said. Purdy remains. 4 up still for TSM, 4 up for 4 AM. But it's the high ground for 4 AM. Have they found a way to claim match 3, or will TSM get right back in the thick of things in terms of the overall standings? For reference, though, still it's been a massive game for Lazarus. 14 points gained from this game is huge.
And that's the minimum. Kurt could still clutch this out.
Oh,
nobody's really spotted him yet, and TSM and 4 AM kind of keeping each other from pushing up.
And
it's really
ZGG playing that aggressive position again. He's the one on that rock face. Michael trying to push up for TSM as the flank out to the east. He needs to be the one to spot ZGG, but it's not going to be able to because of that rock formation. ZGG is on the other side, which means the only players that Michael can spot will be the ones that are still at the top. We go into phase 9. The blue zone moves as Purdy is eliminated, spotted, found by Forever. 6 kills for 4 AM, 4v4 here for match 3. Forever finds a tag on the Gustav, but it's Michael who did the job. He got the front man. It's ZGG down for 4 AM. Michael, can he find any more? He wants to flush. He wants to end it now. Xiaolu sends Michael back behind the rock with that headshot.
great time from the flank from Michael. He
Iroh
found what he needed to. Iroh's going to step it up, and he's going to get the down onto Wayless. Forever looks like he might think he can try to get this res, and he should be able to. The circle still a little bit away. ZGG is going to get flushed out, though.
I think Xiaolu's been spotted. He's getting shot at now. And the pressure is just mounting onto 4 AM, despite their high ground advantage.
There it is.
TSM are cutting them down one by one, and only one angry man remains. And there are about to be some angry men, because TSM surely now will claim match 3. Gustav knocked down, though. Maybe there's still a twist left in this tale for match 3. Xiaolu, 24 health. He's got all 3 members right in front of him. He'll get the knockdown onto Michael. Is there any more still to come? This would be disastrous for TSM. They get the win in the end. 8 kills for TSM. They're back in the fight.
TSM stepping it up here in game number 3. 8 kills and the win. What a phenomenal performance from that foursome.
Well, they played that so well. They were in the disadvantaged position for such a large portion of that game towards the end. At the start, they had a good spot. We mentioned it in the mid-game onwards that was fine. But at the end, on the far eastern edge, they were getting looked at by both Lazarus and 4 AM. They found the knocks. They got the double onto Lazarus. They pushed forward. They played aggressive, and in the end, rewarded for it.
High ground memes be damned. TSM takes it home from the low ground. And what a great performance as well by those lads. Luke, 12, Purdy, Uncivil, the rest of Lazarus.